So I'm going to be making a lot of videos about this because I really, really feel that people are only looking at one side of the coin regarding the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. They're not looking, they're looking at heads, they're not looking at tails. Okay. Do you understand what's currently happening in our country? There are millions and millions and millions and millions of illegal immigrants that in some cases came from mental asylums. Terrorists are in our country as we speak. Now, I think what's happening is this. I think a lot of times people are this is their anger. You want to hear their frustration and their anger? They're a United States citizen. And maybe a cop, you know, asks for an ID. Now, this person who's an American citizen has not committed a crime, has not done anything wrong. And of course, that's a violation of their rights. And in that particular instance, in that particular case, you are 100% right. But what happens now if it's not an American citizen? Okay, let's say there's a guy, okay, who's got friggin' something strapped to his chest, okay, like you know that song AC/DC, TNT, it's dynamite, or let's say it's something crazy, because I've personally witnessed things like this, where I've seen people on the Staten Island ferry that, let's just say, not that they had TNT on them, but it turned out that these people had weapons on them in some certain cases. And, you know, when I saw someone that was suspicious, you know, and I mentioned it to the authorities, there are times where people are up to no good. Okay, that's it. There are people who could be terrorists. There could be people who are illegal immigrants. And this is the thing. If there is at least good reason to believe, okay, that this person might be doing something very, very suspicious, okay, then I feel that person should comply with an officer or with a government official, because that could save lives. Okay, that could save lives. Now, if they don't comply, I hate to say this to you, there is a flip side of the coin, and this is the flip side I don't think you're looking at. Why are you not complying? I mean, like, what the F is the big deal? If you're not doing anything wrong, listen to me. If you're not doing anything wrong, you got nothing to hide. You're doing absolutely nothing to break the law. You're a United States citizen. Stop taking shit so damn personal, because you got to realize a police officer doesn't know who the F you are. A government official doesn't know who you are. You could be friggin', a terrorist, okay? You could be a very bad person. You could be an illegal immigrant that just friggin' escaped. Think about all the innocent people that lost their lives, these innocent young girls, that illegal immigrants killed them, okay? And maybe it was situations like, once again, where they were maybe not committing a crime. Maybe they were following them and they were in a public area. But the thing is that no one stopped them. Nobody investigated. Look, I'm under the opinion, and this is just my opinion, if we are all American citizens, and let's just say, for whatever the reason is, we're doing something that could potentially look suspicious, you got to try to look at the coin heads and tails, not just one side. Look at it from the perspective, the officer doesn't know who you are. The government official doesn't know who you are. You could be a terrorist. Think about, how do they know who you are? How do they know that you're an American? They don't know. Okay, so you're snapping out. You're like, I didn't do anything wrong. Am I being illegally detained? I ain't showing you my ID. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. Now, you might be in the right. but it's going to be that other Mama Luke. It's going to be that other Stunot who plays that same freaking card that you're playing, who happens to be a terrorist, who happens to be an illegal immigrant, and he pulls that same shit that you're pulling to the cop. I ain't giving you my ID. I'm not answering any questions. I'm not saying nothing. I'm leaving. Am I being illegally detained? Huh? Am I being illegally? All right. And that guy turns out to be an illegal immigrant that escaped from a mental institution or a friggin' terrorist. And then 5 minutes later, there's a major friggin' tragedy. How are you going to feel then? So that's why, look, this is the way I see it. If I'm not doing anything wrong, I do not see a big deal in just giving a police officer my ID. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. All right, I get it. I understand. There's bad cops. I get it. I think that's what it is. I think you hate cops. I think all you people, these First Amendment YouTubers, I think you hate cops. That's that's your problem. You probably had major bad experiences in your life with police officers who treated you extremely unfairly. And now you're judging the entire police force on the few bad apples that are out there. I think that's what this is all about. Because truthfully, there should be no problem with you just showing your ID, proving you're an American citizen, proving you're not doing anything wrong. And that's just my opinion. Because listen, a cop obviously can't arrest you, or a cop can't obviously charge you with a crime if you're not doing a crime. But the thing is that maybe there could be reason to believe something. There could be, like, I'll give you an example. Let's say there's a guy walking down the street. I'll give you, because you might say, what is suspicious? Let's say there's a guy walking down the street and he's staring into people's houses. Okay? How would you feel about that? Like, how would you feel if you looked outside and you saw a friggin' guy staring like he's on a public sidewalk? So in other words, legally, he's not committing a crime. He's not doing anything wrong, but he's got a backpack on. You know what I mean? He's got a van that's got tinted windows, and I'm just giving you an example, okay? And he's going back and forth in his van, coming out, staring at houses. See, you know what I mean? Aren't you going to maybe think for a second, this friggin' guy might be a terrorist. This guy might be up to no good. But according to all of you First Amendment, people, I think you're psychos if you want me to tell you the truth. I don't care if you get mad at me, okay? This guy could play the same card that you play. The police officers come there and say, "Listen, we got a call. You're staring into people's houses. You're walking on a public sidewalk." He could play the same card. He could say, am I committing a crime? Well, may I see some ID? I'm not showing you my ID. I'm not showing you my ID. Why is that? What crime did I commit? I'm just walking down a sidewalk. What crime did I commit? I understand that, but people are saying you're looking into their houses, and I have the right to do that. I have the right to look around. I'm looking at trees. I'm looking at squirrels. I'm looking at all these things, okay? I have the right to do that, okay? So according to all of you, now the police officer lets this guy go, right? Because he didn't commit a crime. 5 minutes later, guy starts blowing up houses. Okay, what are you going to say then? Then you know what you hypocrites are going to say? You're going to say, damn, why couldn't they search him? Why couldn't they do something? Okay, so I go back to my same point. Stop assuming that everybody's an American citizen. There are people out there who are up to no good. 9/11, ring a bell? Ding, 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 ding. Okay, there are people up to no good. Those effing pilots were trained on American soil that committed. Listen, I'm not going to get into this anymore with you people. Not everybody is an American citizen, and not everybody is up to good things. There are people up to very horrible, horrible things. And you saw all the violence that went up because of illegal immigrants. You're seeing all of this shit. Okay? We're seeing a lot of shit every single friggin' day. So all I'm saying is this. You're filming a video. You're not doing nothing wrong. What's the big deal to just show your damn ID? Just be like, look, and just tell the officer exactly what you're doing. Look, I'm a journalist. I'm filming a video here. I'm a YouTuber. Here's my YouTube channel. I'm very interested in fighter jets or whatever it is. That's why I'm here at the Air Force Base. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And just by doing that, you know what's going to wind up happening? Okay, the police officer is going to let you go. You understand? They're going to let you continue to film the fighter jets. They're going to let you continue to film the helicopters, and that's it. No harm, no foul, nothing's going to happen. But because you want to be a tough guy, and because you want to play the whole rights freaking card, oh, you can't detain me. You can't ask me for my ID. You can't do this. Okay, fine. In your case, it makes sense because you're an American citizen. But you're also giving a terrorist, you're giving an illegal immigrant the same right to play the same card that you're playing. And that's the side of the coin you're not looking at. You're giving an illegal immigrant, you're giving someone who might be a terrorist, they can play that same effing card. They could be up to no good, but they can say the same shit that all you First Amendment lunatics freaking say. They can say the same shit. They can say, hey, did I commit a crime? No. So I'm not providing you my ID. What are you doing here? I don't have to tell you what I'm doing here. I'm on a public sidewalk. That's it. I have to tell you nothing. Why are you here? Why are you staring into the house? Because I want to. I'm also staring at squirrels. I'm also staring at the tree. Is that a crime? No. Am I being illegally detained? No. Okay. 5 minutes later, he blows up houses. Okay. So the point is that you got to look at two sides of the coin. Okay. I understand. We have rights. And I do believe, and I am an advocate of the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. But this is the thing. Stop assuming everybody's an American citizen. Stop assuming everybody's up to good, because you have to think of the other side of the coin, that the terrorist or that the illegal immigrant plays the same card that you play. And that's what you are not thinking about. Video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. It is not legal advice. I am not an attorney. But I am the greatest dictator who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. The one, the only, a father in the house, baby. Wow! Oh!